Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today is FlossTube number 27. We're continuing the Mini White Tiger series, and the next step is to get our Heaven and Earth Designs easygrid 18 count fabric onto a QNSAP. The QNSAP I'm using I have Franken-sized to an 8x11. Enjoy the video. Okay. So I think how I'm going to do this is I just flip this upside down, so we're looking at the back, and then that way I can still insert it from below, which is the front, and I make my loop, pull tight. Yeah, that looks nice and clean. Now Teresa Little Stitcher likes to pull from that wrap where it wraps around on the loop. She says that's better. Sometimes I get it snagged and it doesn't want to come out if I pull from the other part. So separate here. Looks like it already wants to come apart. So pull that. Yeah, that came out real smooth. And yeah, it doesn't look as curled as the other way. So I think this is good. Thumbs up to my commenter, Lisa. Okay, we're ready to thread the needle. So in the first square, I've listed out the 11 colors that we need for the 100 by 100 square. And I've determined that this color, 3865, has the most stitches. So we're going to start with that one. I need to take the thread off of the chart. So we find 3865 and we take our needle and separate, find one to separate, just pull it off. So easy. Now we have thread and we're doing, this is 18 count, so we'll be doing 2 threads with the loop method. That ready. Now we can put the needle on the threader. There. Now we've got our thread. Sorry, the first one is white. It's a little hard to see. So now I'm counting off, and I'm not going to count the partials up against the selvage. That's just dumb. So we're counting 1, 2, 3. Can you see that? Let's zoom in. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Makes 50, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would make this my first square. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, so this is my first square right here. using this needle minder, but I want to try to find a tiger one to go with this white tiger. If anybody finds a really cute white tiger needle minder, you could email me a link if you like. Okay, now we're ready to put the QNSAP on. I'm using this Franken-sized 11 by 8 so that it fits into my file box. It should be pretty close to the whole project, I think. Maybe. Pretty close, not quite. I'll be able to get most of this without having to move it. So, what we want to do, we know that we need to clear that square, but it's hard to stitch with this right up against it. So the way I like to do them, I like to start out with it upside down. I find it easier to do it that way. And then, I don't know if you can see the whole thing. I don't want you to see my messy desk. Okay, I think you can see there. So where's my starter? Okay, I can see. Can you see where I'm pointing? Yep. So I can see that my stitches are right here in this square, so I need to clear that. But I also need to have a little room to be able to stitch in that square. So you want to go at least one out in each direction. To line that up. And don't stress about it too much. If you mess it up, you can just start over. It's no big deal. So that gives me about almost about 2 inches to work with. So not a lot, but enough. So yeah, so 2 and it's hard to see that green line. So right there, right there. Okay, now we're ready to start attaching it. Let's get our pieces out. I'll have to cut some felt, so I'll be right back. Okay, I have my felt, and I didn't bother to use, usually I use a ruler, but I didn't bother to do that this time. Alex, I have it all perfectly lined up. What? You like felt? Huh? You like felt? Hmm? Alex, this is very inconvenient for me. I'm trying to do a video. Excuse me. Okay, so Alex. Up, and then I've got this cover here. We'll see. Hopefully I'm lined up. I think I am. Alex is making things very difficult. You're literally stepping on my tiger, Alex. So I just kind of line the felt up and then I hold on to everything and snap it shut. I found that to be the easiest way. And then I'm gonna bend that back so it stays out of the way. So you always do the opposite. I've done a review on QNSAPs if you're interested. So here's my other small one, and here's my piece of felt. Some people bend it back, but I don't like to have more than one layer of material in there. So I'm just kind of trying not to be too picky. Put it about halfway. That's not enough. Pull it a little bit forward. You want it to kind of come over the bend. Make sure you're hitting that. So I just take that and I snap it together. Don't worry about being too tight. You can fix that. Okay, so I'll flip it over and we can bend that back a little. You don't want to bend sometimes, so I'll take my fingers sometimes and push that back. I wish there was some kind of tool so I wasn't messing up. So that was pretty taut. Okay, now let's do this side. Am I still in the screen? Yep. I just missed a phone call. Okay. Okay, so you want that to be bent back, and you want that to be bent back. And you go, this is kind of close to the edge. Alex, I'm doing surgery here. I really don't. Seriously, Alex. I should be using a little longer piece of felt, but this will cover the majority of it. So that's coming over the bend. And this is in the middle. We'll snap that. The reason you want this to bend back is it's going to be in your way if you don't do that. Now, for the last one. So, bend that back. And put that over. That's going to drive me crazy. Let's at least put the bad side here. And then we're do the QNSAP and snap that together. There, it's looking good. So just need to pry that back. Do some investigating because it gets really tight with the felt in there. Just see if I can find something that would pry it back without me having to use my fingers. So that's pretty taut. It's looking pretty. There's a little bit of a ripple right in there. I'd like to go a little further. Now the problem is when I go to take this off, I'm not going to be able to. That's as tight as I'm gonna. If I go any tighter, it's gonna start stretching it. So let's hold that back, that back. All right, I think that's pretty good. It's pretty good. And here's my beginning square here. Let's see where we're at. Let's see. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So times 10, it's 100. This covers the first, that's too close. So this will cover the first 100 stitches of the project. So we'll have to move this once for the last 25 stitches. And then this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13, 14. That's getting too close. So 14, so 140. So I'll be able to go 140 down and 100 across before I have to move this. So now we're ready to start stitching. Yeah, so in my next segment I'll do some stitch along and get this first square. Stay tuned.